On my way back from the sit spot 2 days ago, I walked into this wall of perfume and I thought, what's that? And it was the bluebells. And often we forget to use our sense of smell. The blossom on the ground makes me think of snow. It's just a final reminder of my favourite season. Well, that was a lovely surprise I've just had. I've just seen a gentleman and his dog. The dog's a little lassie. I can't remember the breed, but it looks like lassie, if you watched that programme, called Dolly. And I used to always chat to him at this time in the morning back in 2020, the pandemic. And I'm always thinking when I come here, I haven't seen this gentleman for ages. I wonder if he's still around. But I just haven't been coming early enough. So here we are approaching our oak tree. A plane taking off. It rained overnight, so it's a bit more moisture on the ground and in the air. And I was thinking how it's begun to feel like an oversized benevolent parent to me. You know, almost like its branches are an open invitation from a being that's still, doesn't talk back, strong, reliable, just stands there. So simple, but so full of life and complexity. So I've bought a couple of things that cheer me up. I've bought my kettle and my blanket that goes with my hammock. It's nice and warm. Thought I'd spoil myself a little bit. Woodpeckers are already working, so let's get in there. My little kettle on the boil. Nice and cosy in my one wind blanket. This is perfect celebration for me anyway. Being by myself in nature. Can't seem to get comfortable against the tree today, which is strange because the other times I've been here it's been fine. Maybe the tree's out of sorts and doesn't want me sitting here. Today the shapes of the oak leaves are more distinct. Got that very unique shape, the wiggly outlines. So even though I'm coming to the same spot every day or every couple of days, whenever I can manage, not putting any pressure on myself when I'm already stressed. Even though I'm coming to the same spot, there's so many new things to see each time. The more you visit the same spot, the more you get to know where the sun comes up, you know, where the warmest place to sit will be. You can smell cannabis as usual. It really freaks me out because you can smell it so strongly, but you can't see the person that's smoking it. I'll never understand why you have to be stoned in the woods anyway. I mean, this just landed next to me. I thought, oh, it's a little acorn. That's a bit early. And it's actually a poo. And I think it's probably a squirrel poo, because I don't think birds do poos like that. So get rid of that. Oh. Yeah, and I was just watching the squirrels frolicking and wondering whether the birds have their own branches and the squirrels have their branches. There's two. Doubt you'll be able to see them eating and playing together now. And a great big crow landed, and I think it was a piece of branch crashed down. It's a bit of a lottery, really, whether you're going to get to that squirrel. A bit of branch on your head. I wouldn't be sitting under here if it was windy. Where's the sun now? It's kind of in the middle of that tree. Squirrels are having a lot of fun. They're so agile the way they jump from little thin twigs to little thin twigs and never fall. Got a little woodlouse now. Landed on my blanket. Let's put him back. Long antenna they've got. This one's got. If it is a woodlouse. So many gifts landing at my feet. So glad I bought this blanket. It's keeping me really warm, well, the bottom half of me anyway. I wonder if anybody's actually spent the amount of time I've spent with this oak with a single tree. And we tend to just walk past them, not pay them massive amounts of attention. But it's interesting for me to try this experiment and see what it teaches me. Oh my God. I don't know what these are. I've got two more. Are they poos? I don't know. Poos from heaven. It might not be poos. I'm not going to get close enough to find out. It's looking as if it might rain over there. I don't bother with the forecast anymore because it's never right anyway. Enjoying myself so much. I suppose I better think about moving on. Just in case. I'll make another cup of tea and just finish my journal. While we're waiting for the kettle to boil, I've brought this book with me, The Healing Energies of Trees, by Patrice Bouchardon. It's really, really interesting. It's second hand from the world of books. And when I opened it up, somebody had left these cards in it. And the first one I saw was this one about the oak tree. So we'll read about what oak trees are. So, Curus robur, the oak is known as the king of trees and has strong association with English woodlands, which has its origins in Britain's pagan past. Habitat: oak grows in mixed woodland in basic soils. Once mature, it can survive in most conditions. It is the most common tree in Britain, where it is affectionately called the king of trees. Description: oak trees are deciduous and can grow as tall as 40 metres. Recognition tips: the oak leaves and acorns are easily recognisable. The leaves are usually lobed and medium green, alternating on the stem. Acorns are often found in pairs on long stalks amongst the leaves. You may also find yellow catkins drooping from the tree branches. So that's what I found, I don't know, was it day 2 or 3 of this sit spot? If you look back through my videos, that's what landed next to me that day. So that was a yellow catkin. The older a tree, the larger it will be, and mature trees can be over 1,000 years old. time of the year. It flowers in March to April, leaves in April, and acorns appear in October. Safety notes: oak leaves should be avoided as they are toxic and can affect blood pressure. Collection tips: dry oak bark immediately after checking for moss and fungus. Acorns may be gathered from the ground, but check for freshness. Interesting. I saw a bird with little twigs in its mouth making its nest, and the usual magpies close by. I've seen some baby woodlice. There's another adult there, seem to be joining me. Very camouflaged little creature. There we are, the end of another lovely session. The little creatures and insects seem to be out in force today, joining me on my magic carpet. So I'm going to wend my way home now.